Just for anybody in the room wants to start today?
I have some questions here with me, but
Yeah,
if anyone else is there to ask, they can. No? All right. So the first question is, Ankur, you want to say something?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
हाँ.
मतलब कि जैसे एनर्जी एक्सचेंज होता है ना, मतलब हम अनकॉन्शियसली हो जाता है, जैसे कि हम थेरेपीज के बाद भी होता है, या हम कभी जिस भी एनवायरनमेंट में हैं या सोशल मीडिया पे, तो ये अनकॉन्शियसली कैसे हो जाता है और हम इसमें इसके बारे में कैसे अवेयर रह सकते हैं, तो इस टॉपिक पे।
देखिए अंकुर, जो भी चीज आपके ग्रिप में नहीं है इन लाइफ, है ना, वो कभी भी स्किप कर सकती है हाथ से। ये बात ठीक है ना? तो ग्रिप को बना के रखना जरूरी है। कभी कभी हमारी कॉन्शियसनेस हमारी ग्रिप में नहीं होती है, तो हम जब लोगों से मिलते हैं तो हमारे इमोशंस इतने स्ट्रांग हो जाते हैं। दे कैन बी द इमोशंस ऑफ एंगर, लव, sadness, it can be grief, it can be extreme trust. ये इमोशंस जब भी बहुत स्ट्रांग हो जाते हैं तो वी लूज द ग्रिप ऑन आवर कॉन्शियसनेस, और हमारी ये जो ग्रिप निकल जाती है हाथ से, अब अगर ग्रिप में नहीं है कॉन्शियसनेस तो किसी के पास तो जाएगी ना, somebody will take it because it is not with you. अब जैसे ही तुम्हारे पास एक स्पेस बनी तो किसी ना किसी की एनर्जी तुम्हारे पास भी आएगी, क्योंकि हम कंप्लीट हैं और हम कंप्लीट पैदा होते हैं। चाइल्ड इज बॉर्न होल, कंप्लीट, एंड ही नीड्स टू रिमेन कंप्लीट. It's important for a child, for an adult, for each one of us. It's important. तो completeness के लिए जैसे ही you lose some energy or consciousness, or we call grip, whatever you want to call it in a layman's language. Whenever this happens, we naturally start picking up somebody else's energy. अब क्योंकि वो अनकॉन्शियस लेवल पे, इट इज नॉट माइंडफुलनेस, तो आपको पता नहीं चलता कि आपने वो सही, गलत, नीडेड, नॉट नीडेड, अनवांटेड, वांटेड, डिजायर्ड, कौन सी एनर्जी ली, बिकॉज देन आपका तो ग्रिप ही नहीं है, आपको तो पता ही नहीं है। तो इसीलिए मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ कि सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी चीज होती है कि अपने आप लिव विद माइंडफुलनेस। माइंड हमेशा आपके संग होना चाहिए, और माइंड को आपके संग करने का केवल एक और एक तरीका है, इमोशंस को बहुत संभाल के रखो। कोशिश करो कि वो निकल कर भाग ना पाए। दे शुड नॉट रन अवे फ्रॉम यू। इमोशंस में कोई बुराई नहीं है, हर इमोशन को एक्सपीरियंस करना जरूरी है, पर वो तुम्हें एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है, तुम उसे एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हो। यू नो, दैट्स व्हाट आई ऑलवेज से, कि अगर तुम लोगों को बिजनेस करते हैं, सपोजिंग हम कोई भी काम करते हैं, देन हम आपसे कई बार पूछते हैं ना कि कैसा चल रहा है बिजनेस, ये बिजनेस बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है, और आप, मैं बहुत बिजी हूं, या मुझे टाइम नहीं है, आई एम वेरी स्ट्रेस्ड, फिर वो बिजनेस सही नहीं चल रहा। बिजनेस वो सही होता है जो तुमको सही चला है। तो बिजनेस तो डेवलप कर रहा है और तुम स्ट्रेस्ड हो रहे हो, ये बिजनेस की सक्सेस स्टोरी नहीं, दैट इज फॉर श्योर। ठीक है ना? ठीक इसी तरह से अगर तुम लाइफ के इमोशंस को खुद डील कर रहे हो, एंड दे आर इन योर कंट्रोल इन स्पाइट ऑफ द फैक्ट दैट यू आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग देम, देन दूसरे की एनर्जी को पिक करना इतना आसान नहीं होगा। बट अगर किसी भी वजह से तुम्हारे इमोशंस तुमको कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं, सो व्हेन यू डोंट नीड इट एंड दे आर स्टिल कंट्रोलिंग यू, देन द ग्रिप इज नॉट ऑन योर लाइफ, है ना? यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट अंकुर? देखिए, supposing I lost my mom, which I did. Now, when I lost my mom, I was grieving. मैं बहुत दुखी और काफी समय तक रही, 2 महीने, 4 महीने, 6 महीने, 8 महीने, and then slowly I was नॉर्मलाइजिंग, वापस होम्योस्टेटिस पे जा रही, दिस इज ओके। किसी की भी माँ खो जाए तो वो नेचुरल है उसके लिए कि वो ग्रीव करे। बट अगर यही ग्रीफ मेरा साल, 2 साल, 3 साल चल जाए और इतना चले कि मैं डे टू डे वर्क नहीं कर पाऊं या उसी से इंस्पायर होके सारे काम करूं, देन दैट इज नॉट अ वेरी गुड आइडिया। देन आई एम इन कंट्रोल ऑफ द इमोशंस। तो ग्रिप बना के रखो अपने इमोशंस पे भी, माइंडफुलनेस का समझाओ। दैट इज वाई वी से ना, डू माइंडफुलनेस इज व्हाट। खाना खा रहे हो तो यू शुड नो तुम क्या खा रहे हो, उसका टेस्ट कैसा है, उसमें नमक कितना है, उसमें मीठा कितना है, वो तुम्हारे अंदर जा रहा है, न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू जा रही है, क्या क्या जा रही है। अगर तुम ये करके खाना खाओगे तो उस खाने की वो लगेगा तुम्हारी बॉडी। पर खाना खाते वक्त जो बच्चे टीवी वगैरह देखने लगते हैं आजकल और अपना कॉन्शियसनेस वहां डाल देते हैं, तो वो खाना माइंडफुलनेस का नहीं है। इट विल नॉट गिव यू गुड इफेक्ट, इट विल नॉट गिव यू दैट हेल्थ एंड न्यूट्रिशियस वैल्यू दैट यू नीड, है ना। सो दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। Can I request everyone to open their videos? I love watching your faces. So as many of you who can. भाई जो लोग नहाए और जिन्होंने मेकअप किया कम से कम वो तो खोल ही लें, और जो बॉर्न खूबसूरत है प्लीज वो लोग भी खोल लीजिए। Thank you so much to see all of you. It's nice. But is my point clear to you, Ankur?
हाँ जी, तो ये एनवायरनमेंट से तो मैं रिलेट कर पाता हूँ कि हमारे आसपास क्या हो रहा है, हम कैसे, हम क्या एक्टिविटीज कर रहे हैं, हम कॉन्शियसली कर रहे हैं कि नहीं। पर जो मुझे कुछ साल पहले थोड़ा मतलब जैसे मैंने ये कोर्स करते करते मेरे को रियलाइज हुआ कि जैसे कि सोशल मीडिया पे भी या कुछ हम टेलीविजन पे देखते देखते भी उससे उस टाइम भी एनर्जी एक्सचेंज होता है। तो ये मुझे
आपके
बहुत
साथ
नया
यार,
लगने लगा। हाँ जी।
एब्सोल्युटली। आप एक कोई बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग ग्रूस और इमोशनली आपको दहलाने वाला कोई भी प्रोग्राम सोशल मीडिया पे, टीवी पे कहीं देख रहे हैं, तो इमीडिएटली आपका क्रिटिकल फिल्टर टूट जाएगा, ऑरा फट जाएगा और वो एनर्जी अंदर जाएगी। दैट इज द ओनली रीजन वाई अगर आप बहुत ही कोई से क्या कहते हैं वो हॉरर शो देख रहे होते हैं, तो वाई यू कैन स्लीप द होल नाइट, ऑरा फटा। और उस समय जो वहां हो रहा था टीवी पे, वो पूरी एनर्जी आपके अंदर है, वो सारे इमोशंस आपके अंदर है। फियर का इमोशन आ गया, रात को सो नहीं पाए। यस, इट इज पॉसिबल।
हाँ जी।
Yes. Why else you think, in our times they used to say that be very careful what your children are watching on TVs and at what age.
एंड सोशल मीडिया पे भी जैसे
Anyway, तब हमारे टाइम पे टीवी होता था, तब सोशल मीडिया नहीं होता था, बट पेरेंट्स वर वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट. The whole thing of child lock and all that was very common.
तो
है
ये
ना?
मतलब ये माइंड पे काफी देर से टॉपिक चल रहा था कि सोशल मीडिया इज एन एनर्जी एक्सचेंज। तो
Yes, 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 you definitely. Anything that will break your aura will bring in the energies which do not belong to you. अब energies क्या है? Energies can be perceptions, energies can be your belief systems, energies can be your way of looking at the life, your nazariya, it can be any other thing. और ये सारे your upbringing, your जैसे संस्कार, your conditioning, your understanding, it can be anything. और फिर क्या होगा, वो एनर्जीज आएंगी तो उससे रिलेटेड इमोशंस आएंगे। इमोशंस तो हमेशा परसेप्शन से आते हैं, तो वो जो इमोशंस आते हैं वो इमोशंस आपके तो नहीं है, कहीं से तो लेके आए, किसी और के। इट डज नॉट बिलोंग टू।
हाँ जी।
सो वी हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल व्हाट वी आर वाचिंग। ठीक है। सो दैट वी कैन मेक अ चॉइस। द पॉइंट इज दिस अंकुर की, दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई आजकल सारे सीरियल्स और सब जगह दे हैव ऑलरेडी रिटन इट ओवर देयर कि ये ग्रूस है, इसमें सेक्स है, इसमें वायलेंस है, इसमें alcohol है. Why they write it? So that you make a choice. You want to watch it or you don't want to watch it. That's your choice. Nobody's forcing it on you. That's why.
Yes.
Got it?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Sharda has raised her hand.
Who?
Sharda.
Sharda? Yeah, please ask.
Hi, Nija ma'am. Thank you for sharing that topic. I have one question regarding sometimes I feel that there is some anxiety or some, I don't know the feeling what it is, but there is some kind of feeling within me which I really can't explain, and I don't know where it is originating from. So is this also related to the topic that you just mentioned? I mean, I want to understand where is this coming from, because I really don't know the source why I'm feeling that way. There's nothing wrong. Everything is just going fine, but still there is some palpitation or something within that, near
Hmm.
the heart area and, solar plex, not solar plexus exactly above that, but near the heart area. So, if you can just help me understand that feeling?
So I'll give you a generic reason for that. You'll have to find your own reasons.
Sorry?
Okay. I
Yeah,
said I'll give you a generic
sure.
reason for that, and then you will have to find your own reason. What is your particular one? See, every thought of ours, every thought has a perception, and this perception only gives birth to a emotion. Now, suddenly, if you feel, and what is feeling? When this emotion touches your physical body, it becomes a feeling. Okay? So I am angry. It's outside me. The anger is outside me. I feel angry. Now the anger has started affecting my body. I can feel it in my body. That's the difference in emotion and feeling. Now, when your uh, emotions are there, then definitely it has come because of a perception. And perception has come from a thought. So check what is a new thought that has come all of a sudden to you, which which is giving, जिसका perception is giving you the fear. क्योंकि palpitation है, anxiety है. What is palpitation? Generally comes with anxiety, and uh, anxiety comes from fear of future,
Fear of,
है ना?
sorry,
Fear of future.
fear of future. Okay.
ऐसा वहां आपको थॉट आ गया, क्या परसीव कर लिया, या उसका क्या रिजल्ट तुमने कहीं आसपास देख लिया अपने एनवायरमेंट में, दैट हैज गिवन यू दिस पैल्पिटेशन. चेक ऑन दैट. कुछ तो हुआ है.
Because I've been thinking about that. I'm trying to connect with that, but there's nothing. I mean, there are so many, in daily lives you actually undergo so many things, you hear so many things. And so sometimes it really becomes we become very confused as to what could be that really feeling that is causing, because
अच्छा,
I
कितने
may
दिन
think,
हो गए
okay, I
आपको
might have thought it
पैल्पिटेशन?
this
कितने
way.
दिन हो गए पैल्पिटेशन को?
Sorry.
कितने दिन हो गए इस पैल्पिटेशन को?
About 2 weeks now, and I'm just not able to understand this. Why
So
does, yeah.
let's go back to the mid of March. क्या हुआ था? Something different, a new thought, something new. Somebody came in your life, somebody went out of your life. कोई proposal in the sense work proposal, business proposal, office meet, anything.
I
Go.
think that's, yeah. I mean, if while you're asking, I can think of first time when I feel really agitated was I was trying to speak to someone who was delaying something, and I was really agitated and felt that kind of shiverness in my body, and
Yeah.
then it stayed with me. And I mean, I didn't realize at that time. For some time, it stayed with me. After that, there were new also proposals that did come across, and I'm in two minds for that. But still, should this feeling, how to detach ourselves from
No, if you are in two minds, it will not give you palpitation. So now tell me, this person with whom you got agitated because he was supposed to do something and he was delaying it, how important that work was for you?
I mean, it's actually I mean, it's a flat that I have booked, and I've been not getting this project for quite some time. Like it's been like more than five
Correct.
years now.
Correct. Now you see, it's a question of your future. Maybe you picked up a flat, आपने अपनी सारी earnings, अपनी सारा saving निकाल के उसमें डाल दिया, and then the thought comes, what if he does not give me, what if he betrays me, what if it is delayed और मेरे को loan ज्यादा time तक pay करना पड़ेगा. Anything it can be, which is definitely a fear of your future. और fear of future आया, and then it started showing in your body immediately, because agitated तो हम सभी होते हैं, पर अगर agitated इतने हैं कि हम shiver करने लग जाए, तो आपकी body definitely उसको recognize कर रही है कि इससे काफी नुकसान हो सकता है.
Mhm. So how, I mean, how to detach yourself? Like, I know that's not going to help me by, keeping this that fear for future in my mind. How to detach it?
So simply sit down, don't think of detaching yourself.
Okay.
Experience it. भाई fear है, future का fear है. There has to be a reason why it is in your life. अगर तुमने कभी सोचा हमारे पास fear of future नहीं हो, तो हम लोग कितने गलत काम कर जाएंगे? कभी सोचा है? The whole karma story क्या है? What is it? The whole karma story is fear of future. Nothing else. भाई कुछ गलत नहीं करो, कल को आज को हम गलत करेंगे, कल को कोई हमारे साथ कर देगा. यही तो है ना? That is what it is. तो अगर फियर ऑफ फ्यूचर हमें बहुत से वो काम करने से रोकता है जहां पे जाकर हमारा सर्वाइवल थ्रेटन हो सकता है. तो ये एक अच्छा इमोशन है, उसको अनुभव करो, देखो, ऑब्जर्व करो, और मानो, एक्सेप्ट करो, हाँ मुझे है फियर ऑफ फ्यूचर यार, सो व्हाट बिग डील. और जब उसको जी लोगी, तो तुम धीरे से उसको, जस्ट अ सेकंड, धीरे से उसको जाने देना, वो चला जाएगा. और अगर शुरू से रिजेक्ट करती रहोगी तो वो नहीं जाएगा. भाई रिजेक्शन तो हम ह्यूमंस को नहीं पसंद है, तो हमारे इमोशंस को क्या ही पसंद है. Nobody wants rejection. Experience it. It will go away.
Yeah, sure.
And at the same time, keep thinking. In case this happens, what will be my next step? Plan B. तो क्या होगा कि फियर में से निकलकर प्लानिंग में चली जाओगी, यानी कि इमोशन से निकलकर इंटेलेक्ट में चली जाओगी. इंटेलेक्ट में पेन कम है.
Yeah. Thanks. Can I ask second question?
Yeah, you can ask as many.
I mean, I don't want to hijack the
No, no, no,
space.
don't worry.
Yeah,
You
I
ask me.
have observed, with some, I mean, there's some people in my life. They're actually, some health complications happen. So I'll just not give some, but I'll just give you the exact example. So I have a house help, and there has been instances wherein I had some disease and sickness, and the same
Hmm.
disease and sickness she complains that someone in her family has after some time. No, the moment I have it, the same sickness that person will have. To an extent that recently in my house, my mother-in-law was diagnosed with breast cancer, and now after 3 to 4 months, she's coming back and saying कि उसकी भी breast में lumps आ गए, and now she has left the job. Uh, और उसने clearly बताया नहीं, but I am suspecting that it could be a cancer, and same side of breast and same side. So is that? I mean, I've many a time I felt it is just two examples that I'm citing, but many of a time I felt that things that are happening, I mean mishappenings that are happening with me in my current life, somehow it happened used to happen with her also in some or the other form. So I mean, was it this mimicking? What is it?
Is it only with one person?
Yes, this lady. I mean, it was. I mean, earlier I used to rub it off, but then the recent one that happened, it was like quite a bit of coincidence about the breast cancer, which was not a very, and she was very healthy and all when she came to know, and suddenly that
So
came to know.
is it an isolated incident? Thank you.
Isolated as in, I mean, she's been working with us for like past 2.5 years, and these are
She's
three
working
to
with
four.
you people.
Yeah, she's our house help.
अच्छा.
She has left the job. She has left the so she does the cooking, she does cleaning of the house. So that way she's working with us.
And she copies everything from your mother-in-law?
Not really. I mean, the first time it happened, like I was down with dengue, and of course the cases of dengue was quite high here. So her husband also fell down with dengue. Then I had some kind of issues, and her husband also kind of had some issues.
Is she very loyal to you?
Yes, yes.
तो ये
And
तो हम
I don't know. I assume that she is.
But this is what we all do, na? When we are loyal to people, we feel इसके दुख में मैं शामिल हो जाऊं तो इसका या तो दुख कम हो जाएगा, हमें
Mm-hmm.
कभी कभी ये लगने लगता है, या हमको लगने लगता है कि अगर अ, हम लोग एक से हो जाएंगे, हम दोनों, यू नो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, जैसे विल फिट इन, आई फिट इन, मैं अलग नहीं होंगी इनसे, ये अक्सर हो जाता है ना? सो प्रोबेबली दैट इज व्हाई शी इज टेकिंग द energies of what is happening in her environment, because she is really idealizing herself in you people. उसके या तो मन में होगा तुम लोग ने जैसे खाना खाया, ऐसा अच्छा खाना खाना चाहिए, ऐसे कपड़े पहनने चाहिए, हम लोग नहीं करते हैं. So many times you see people in the movies and you see them wearing like, this is nice way of dressing up. हमें I wish I had money, मैं अपना घर ऐसे ही बना लूंगी. I wish ऐसा हो तो मैं ऐसे अपने कपड़े ले लूंगी. तो हम लोग आइडियलाइज करने लगते हैं, और फिर माइंड को एक आदत तो पड़ गई, बट माइंड को ये नहीं समझ में आता व्हाट इज गुड और व्हाट इज बैड. वो डिफरेंशिएट नहीं कर पाता है. तो तुम्हारा अच्छा भी मेरा, तुम्हारा बुरा भी मेरा, है ना? इसीलिए बहुत जरूरी है हमारे लिए अपनी लाइफ को, अपने व्यूज को, अपने नजरिए को, अपने परसेप्शन को, अपने इमोशंस को अपनी ग्रिप में रखें. इट्स द सेम स्टोरी. It's coming from the same premises, beta.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But that doesn't relate to any of the negative, you know, aura or negative things around that, right? It's
It's not
nothing.
about the, no, no, it's not about negative things. It's about it. Yes, definitely she has a very weak, no doubt about it. She has a very weak aura. Yes, definitely.
I mean,
इसमें कोई
she
दो
may
राय
make
नहीं.
that is fine, but what about her family member? I mean, her husband or anything?
Doesn't matter. When you manifest, you just manifest for anyone, everyone.
Okay, so
हो
that's
सकता है वो घर जाके तुम लोग के बारे में बहुत सारी चीजें बताती हो, बातें बताती हो, और तो they also feel connected to you people. It's all about connection, beta. It's all about connections, how you feel with whom, which is why we say mindfulness. Mind अपने पास रखो,
and
ठीक है?
in that sense, how do we ensure that we are not passing on our, any of the negative things that are happening to us to any of people around us who are very near and dear ones to us, or pick up those things from other people whom we clearly keep things very close to us?
अच्छा, मैं तुम लोगों को एक बात बताती हूँ, ठीक है? इसी से रिलेटेड, विल टेक इट है. एक शब्द है संस्कृत का, इट्स कॉल्ड वाइखरी. हैज एनीबडी हर्ड अबाउट इट? वाइखरी इज व्हाट यू वॉइस आउट लाउड, जो हम बोलते हैं वर्बली और दूसरे के कान तक जाती है, ठीक है? इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम माय माउथ, इट विल रीच यू. दैट्स कॉल्ड वाइखरी. इट्स वेरी लाउड एंड इट हैज लॉट ऑफ इफेक्ट. सो अब मैं बात आप लोगों से कर रही हूँ, आप मेरी बात सुन रहे हो, उसका बहुत सारा इफेक्ट आ रहा है आप लोगों पे. अदरवाइज nobody would be sitting over here, right? Now this is affecting you, influencing you a lot. एक तो दैट इज वाई जो पहले जमाने में मंत्र हुआ करते थे हवन वगैरह पे, तो हम लोग उसका उच्चारण बड़ी जोर की करते थे, सब लोग सुना कर. एक इसके बाद दूसरी स्टेज आ जाती है, उसे मध्यम कहते हैं. इसी मंत्र को किस, when I'm talking mantra, please understand, mantra is not the shloks that we say. When I'm saying mantra is a thought, a conversation, an understanding. It can be anything. इसी मध्यम को आप चुपचाप माइंड में बोलिए, ठीक है? मे बी इट डज नॉट नीड टू बी हर्ड बाय people outsiders. And when you say that, the effect of this mantra will be 108 times more when it is not verbal. Okay? Third is, when you see something, you witness something. When you witness something, It is called Pashyanti in Sanskrit. I see it also. What I'm thinking or when I'm talking, I see it also, which means to create an image. And most of you, if you are my students, you people are students of energy work, you know what is visualization, imagination. That is called Pashyanti. The effect is 11,664 times more. Okay? That's why most of the therapies we do is with more with the imaginations, image, Pashyanti. And then there is something called para. And this is most interesting one. And this is called suppressing. You don't speak it loud. You don't want to even speak it inside in your mind. You don't want to repeat it. किसी ने कहा, this is bad. You know, it's sin to think like this. And now you want to think, but you're not thinking. So you're suppressing it. And then you don't want to even imagine it. This is called suppressing. And the effect is of the suppression is 12 lakhs, 59 times, 712 times. 12 lakhs, 59,712 times more. So what does it mean? Don't suppress. Don't suppress an emotion. Just live it. Speak it up. बोल दो. Very less impact. What we do, what is happening even in relationships, whether your relationship with your mate or other relationships all around us in our lives, what happens? We don't talk. We suppress. We keep it inside. No, we don't have to talk. And when you suppress it, it becomes para. It becomes 12 lakhs times more powerful. So just imagine what would it do to your body? Suppressing emotions literally in Hindi we say body को छलनी कर देता है. Because it is 12 lakhs times more. So don't suppress. Talk it out. If not able to talk it out, imagine that you're talking to somebody and you're taking it out in your heart of hearts. So influence will be there. I'm not saying it will be absolutely okay, but yeah, there will be effect. You will feel better. But if you can speak it aloud, then and there, before suppressing it, without suppressing it, maybe in a very nice manner. I'm not saying कि किसी ने कुछ कहा react कर दो और give it back to the person. I'm not saying that. But what you're feeling, speak about your feeling. So the key is from para to Vaikhari. Then you will not take anybody's energies. Then you will not copy anybody. You will be, whatever is inside is outside. देखिए जब हम लोगों का हाथ कटता है ना, चोट लगती है, हाथ कट गया तो blood comes out. Why? So that it does not take the infection in. But when we are upset with somebody, we don't let it go out. And then it affects your body. Yeah, is that clear? Do people understand what I'm trying to say? Just speak up. Yeah, any other questions? See, the point is this, we try to suppress the negative things because society says it's a negative thing. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. And more you suppress negative things, the more influence of this negative things happens on the society and of course our body also, our environment also. So speak up. Yes, Rolly, I can see your hand. Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, at times it happens that you have been suppressing some emotion, but one fine day you decide to express that. और जब आप एक्सप्रेस करते हो तो ऐसा ब्लास्ट होता है वो, और बहुत ज्यादा चीजें फिर उभरती हैं और खराब हो जाती है सिचुएशन, बहुत बहुत कुछ और हो जाता है उसके बाद.
Yeah, the reason is because when you're suppressing it, imagine You are using more than 12 lakhs times it inside. And now gets into your cellular memories. It gets into your physical body. And then physical body can take it to some extent. Ultimately, the physical body and the mind realize that if it is taken more by the physical body, this person will not be able to survive. And your subconscious mind will take care of your survival. There, he does not care what your body says, what you say, what your society says, what your environment says. For your subconscious mind, everything goes to hell when it comes to survival. It will take over. And then when it takes over, it throws it out. It throws out the lava. Because that is what you're collecting. But whatever you have inside will only come out now. If you have 12 lakh times more lava in you, only then that will come. And then very difficult to handle the relationships. It's better then and there. Aram se, pyar se, with lot of love and compassion, understanding, just speak your heart out. Important is with love and compassion, understanding and acceptance, not out of reaction. That is not what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Just to add here, ma'am, on what you are saying, I can totally relate to this point because I did not know what you just explained, but somehow I used to do like if I was I have been very frustrated. I have a friend. I always ask many of my clients who consult me. Ask them, if you have some friend, do go and vent out, do go and talk to them. Just say whatever you're feeling, and then in my personal experience, when I go and tell about something that I'm not liking, that may be very silly. Then after that, the thing gets very smoothened out, very straightened out, and it's come to very normal, and I don't feel any disgust or anything at all after that. So I can totally
yeah,
relate to what you're saying. Thanks for giving a reason behind it.
yeah. There's a science behind it. Also, Sharda, you should understand we are the masters and creators of our own destiny. It is up to us what size you want to give to everything. Your emotions, you can decide. Kitna bada, kitna chota. Your perceptions, you can decide. It's in your hand. You choose. We have been empowered. We have got, and each one of us sitting here today has that resource to create what you want to create. How big you want to create is your choice. Yeah. That is why they say it's better to talk it out, vent it out. There are so many institutes and everything on social media where they say, they encourage, come talk to us, come talk to us, come talk to us. It's becoming very good with this generation, which was not there in our time. ये बहुत अच्छे platforms people are getting. Only problem is when people come and talk to them, and if you do not have the understanding and the knowledge of the problem, then sometimes you advise something which can be harmful to others. So people are a little scared also. Best is just listen now. Where else you think the whole tele thing and all these things are coming? Listen. Yeah. Yeah, Kavita. Any other question?
Yeah, so how do you handle moments when you feel lost or directionless?
Enjoy it. When you are lost and when you are directionless, this is your way of mind saying, I need rest. Give it rest. Accept it. After some time, and relax and chill. Acha, I'm lost. Okay, mind, you have time. Whenever you're ready, I'll be ready. And after some time, you will be surprised to see a beautiful answer or a way out from there. Acha, tell me something. Let me ask whoever has asked this question to that person. You have a GPS. You are driving somewhere, and suddenly you reach to an area where you feel GPS is not working or your phone has hanged. What would you do? What would you do? Anybody? क्या करोगे?
Reset, reboot.
Reset, reboot. If we can give that opportunity to our phone, which has its own data, mind is also has got nothing but the data. Now in your subconscious mind, it also may feel hang up sometimes. It can have too much of data sometimes. It cannot process it. Reboot. Restart. थोड़ी देर बंद कर दो. Restart again. Give it time. It will bring you the answer. Bring you the directions. Okay?
Cool. Maria asked, the question is, what kind of people, personality, or energy attract road accidents?
Road accidents. Exactly, Maria. We started today about with the same thing. In fact, and that is that whenever your consciousness is not with you and it is somewhere else, you're incomplete. And if you're incomplete, you tend to have accidents. You will attract accidents. And when I'm saying accidents, it does not mean only the accident where a bike is there, a car is there, a vehicle accident, and all. Any accident. Like I always give this example, you will forget your passport at the hotel and go back to the airport, and there you'll realize, oh, damn, I've left the passport behind. These are accidents. Why? Because while you are standing at the hotel counter to check out, your consciousness is already in at the airport because you're fear I might lose the flight. Now, when everything is done without picking up the passport, you will run towards the flight because mind, body, and soul consciousness has to be together and in sync, right? So your body will run towards the mind consciousness. Where is it? And then you realize I've left the passport behind. Similarly, when we are driving, I am here. My consciousness is with my boyfriend who is waiting in a cafe for me, which means my body is on the bike. My mind is with him. That distance will create accident. So people who have no grip on their consciousness and who are not very mindful tend to have these issues. That is the reason why when you grow older, you make these type of mistakes a lot. You think of picking up something, you go to a room and then you forget, why did I come here? It's very common. Or you go to drink water in the kitchen and you see something else is there, you will do that work, come back, and then you come and sit and say, oh, damn, I was so thirsty, I wanted to have water, I went for that. Why? Because when you went to the kitchen to have water, your consciousness already moved to a pan on the stove and you started working there. And you lost a track that you have to have water. It's a very common thing. So important is mindfulness. We need to practice it. Yeah.
But Nija, why is it generally in the old days?
Because in the older age, our critical filter becomes very weak. So, see, Sudhir, software and the hardware of us develops together and gets degenerated also together. So, when a child is born, he has no critical filter, and no memories. So, he will slow, and that is the time you will see his head here is also not complete. The skull is not complete. The bones take time to collect and get together. So by the time they are 8 years, 9 year old, the head becomes stronger and the critical filter is also made. Similarly, when we grow older, our filter becomes very weak. With experiences in our lives, our judgment becomes lesser. When judgment becomes lesser, critical filter becomes weaker, lesser, more fragile, less space. It takes less space. So you're mostly in your subconscious mind. And when you're in your subconscious mind, mostly in old age, naturally you are not in the grip in the here and now. Because subconscious mind only has past experiences. So we go to the past. And that is why with old age, it is easier for us. That is why you see old people when they are sitting, suddenly they are sitting and they will close their eyes and they will be in their own subconscious mind thinking about something past. Because Critical filter is becoming thinner and thinner, and you're mostly in your subconscious. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, but generally they say that after the age of 50, between 50 to 60, one's mind is the sharpest. That's a
Hmm.
wrong theory then.
No, it is not the sharpest. It is the most non-judgmental time. This is the time where you will see people when they become 50, 55, they stop bothering for too many things that's happening around in their life. And they are more in acceptance of everything. They don't criticize much, they don't judge much. They say, yeah, it's okay, this is how it happens, because they've already experienced so much. So, yes, it is at the sharpest, but the critical filter is at the minimum. That is why. Yes, of course, after 50, 55, as they say, the mind is the best, because we also say it is reached where it has to reach. Pak gaya pura, paripakva ho gaya. It's completely mature now. There is hardly, after 50, 55, it is very difficult to change the perceptions of a person. Because wherever is the perceptions, it is connected to your subconscious mind, your emotions. So it's very difficult to change. That's why they say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Another question is, one second. How does a narcissistic personality develop? What is the reason for narcissism?
This is a topic, I think, Kavita, it's high time we take a vow on this, a whole vow on this. It's high
Wow,
time,
I would
because
recommend a
every
workshop.
time I'm getting a question like this, and in this period when I speak about it, I give very half knowledge, little knowledge, adi adhuri. It's time we take one full constellation,
No,
or sorry, one full vow on this.
no,
But
I object to the wow.
uh,
I object to that wow. I would prefer a workshop on that.
oh, you want to workshop will be very much in detail. That's a different story altogether. But when wow meets, at least I can give them the questions, answers. Uh, Narcissistic personality is definitely from a very of a is developed by a child from an extremely dysfunctional family. Extremely dysfunctional family, zero self image, low self esteem. Definitely, it's basically it starts with your defense mechanisms in your childhood, and it reaches to a place where then it becomes a part of your personality. Then you are only ruled. It's a big time in our language. We say inner child thing. It's a big time where inner child takes becomes your sub personality. You forget who you are. You allow the child to drive your car. So this is definitely coming from a very dysfunctional family. And what was the second question?
How?
How is it developed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
the reason?
As so, because as a child, definitely this child is under attack. Definitely. And when you are under attack, the only thing you know and understand is defending yourself. And my survival becomes so important that even if it means pain to other, doesn't matter to me. I have to survive. This is nothing. And narcissistic personality is nothing but the need to survive. Full of rejections, a lot of physical, mental, emotional abuses. That's where it is coming from.
So, what does living a fulfilling life mean to you?
Oh, this is a question to me?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, there's no interview happening. What is a fulfilling life? I don't know. I personally would feel when you are in a position to experience every emotion with acceptance and understanding, and the reason and the logic behind it scientifically. That's fulfilling for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you measure success in your life?
Haha. That's another very interesting question. What is success? That's a point.
Everyone has their own definitions, isn't it?
Exactly. For me, success, the definition is if I am happy and people around me are happy, then it is success. If I'm happy and people around me are not as happy as I am, to me, this is not a success. It can be a gain, है ना? It can be a, mm, yeah, it can be gain. I've gained something out of it. I have, it can be an achievement, but I do not think it is a success for me. I don't think so.
Okay. The next one is how do you differentiate between your thoughts and your true self? मतलब कई बार thoughts आते हैं पर true self वो है या thoughts हैं? What exactly is it?
No, I didn't get you. Tell me again. Sorry.
The question is how can one differentiate between thoughts and true self?
What is true self is my question first. Who are you? And what is your true self? You are what your perceptions are, and your perceptions only are attached to your thoughts. So there's no difference in true self and thoughts. Thoughts वही आएंगे जो आपका true self है. उसके बाद उन thoughts के we change the perceptions and then the emotions and we work on it, which means now this is not the true self. Then it is not a true self. Thoughts are your true self. And actually not the thought, but the perceptions of each thought of yours is your true self. That is what you are. That's what I understand.
Okay. What role does self-awareness play in mental and emotional well-being?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Something is. It's again?
What role does self-awareness play in mental as well as emotional well-being?
What role does who play?
Self-awareness.
Self awareness. What is self awareness? Self awareness, if you really want to understand, it is your perceptions. And if you are aware of the perception, every perception of yours, you will also be aware of every emotion that you will get because of your perception. Right? And that is the time you can twist it in your favor. Change the perception, change the emotion, twist it in your favor. That's well being. That's mental well being. That's emotional well being. What is emotional and mental well being? Means the mentally and emotionally, wherever you are, at whatever state you are, you should be happy in that. It should be of your choice. That is called well being, mentally, emotionally, physically. I get what I want, right? So that is your well being.
Shall we move on to the next
तो
one?
जब self awareness आती है, when you have a self awareness, that helps you to change your perception. That helps you to change your emotions. That's how it helps.
Another one is writing. Recently, I came across fear of success. Where and why does it come from?
Yeah. So maybe the success has given in the past to you or to anyone whom you know, it has given them, the success has given them pain. For example, you are very successful, you have a lot of money, and somebody kidnaps you. You'll have a fear of success for sure. Somebody knows it, will have it. I remember one case where this person had fear of success because his father was very successful. He had 3, 4 brothers, And when, because he was very successful, he had a lot of money and he had big house. So all the brothers in summer vacations would come and live there in their house. You see, now it is different. Like for holidays, you go to different places, but initially it was only granny's mother, either grandmother, mother's side or father's side. That used to be the only way where you would go in vacations. But they were the best and they had a lot of money and they had very huge place, so everybody would go to their house. And he would see every time in vacations his mother slogging. Father is very happy because he's successful. He wants to show it to his brother, I'm great. So he would call his brothers and their families every time. But the wife, even if she had servants, was still slogging. And at night when she would sleep, she would cry because she had, a lot of leg pain and all those things. And that's the time this child said, never want to be successful. I will never be successful enough that people can come and stay at my house. And my wife also has to go through the same pain. And not only that, he was not that successful, but he also made sure that his behavior and attitude was there, that none of his brothers could come and stay. Severe PAB, we call it. He had a fight. He didn't have very good relationship with his brother and sister-in-laws and all because I don't want. So yeah, fear of success has done something. Sometimes people find them, they're very successful, they're very lonely. And now if your theme of life is to be included with everyone, and then you have to live a lonely life, then you don't want to be successful. It's lonely on the top. I don't want to be lonely. That's not my theme. So yes, you can have fear of success then also. Uh, uh, there are cases where I think I saw an interview, or one of my trainer in Mumbai had some session of a therapy session with one of the celebrities' son, and he says that I don't want to be what my father is doing or mother is doing because I don't want to lose on my uh, connections with people. If I'm celebrity, I cannot be normal man. I can't go out. I can't eat. I can't do anywhere I go. I have commandos or people protecting me or people following me. It is affecting my privacy. I don't want it. So it depends from person to person. Many reasons.
Another one is how to deal with narcissist person who is husband and father also, and now it's affecting my daughter's mental health also.
Question is how to deal with the narcissist.
Narcissist person जो husband भी है and father भी है, and it's affecting daughter's mental health as well.
It will. It will. The dysfunctional family can only produce dysfunctional products. It will affect the children. See, with narcissism, if you are expecting any time that they are going to change or they will ever understand what they are doing to their children or to their wife or to the family, please don't live with this expectation. नहीं होगा. They will not change. वो मर जाएंगे, कट जाएंगे. But they will not change. They'll finish themselves. It's a self-sabotaging issue. And you cannot stop self-sabotaging. You can't stop people from self-sabotaging. So it will not change. That is for sure. If it is affecting your daughter, you make a choice. Maybe if you make a choice of moving out, it will affect your destiny. You will not, maybe you are not financially so good or whatever can be your restraints. I agree with you. But then in that case, you have to live with the destiny of having a dysfunctional child. But if you do not want that destiny, then make a choice, move out. You have no other way. Aaj karo, 6 months back, 6 years later, 60 years, 16 years later, 60 years later. That's the only answer. In my 16, 17 years of my career, I have only had one person in my life in Dubai who came from Pakistan who said, I'm a narcissist, please heal me. And I meet so many every day. And even after you have come out of narcissistic relationship, it takes time, years for you to heal because the children are so scarred and so injured. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's going to now the child will grow up to be a narcissist if you will not take them out from that environment. But then their children, their children, their children. This goes on. That's why we have reached here today because we had no knowledge. People lived after generation after generation lived with narcissistic personalities, and now the narcissism is spread out. It's like a epidemic, or maybe worse. Every second, third house there is a narcissist. A mother, a father, a child, brother, sister. You have them. You name them. So yes, please take a conscious call and take a call for your children, whoever is writing this.
Um,
इस रात की कोई सुबह नहीं.
पर क्वेश्चन की सुबह करें अगले.
Hmm.
If our actual children whom we have given birth have karmic connections with us to teach us lessons, then can adopted children come in touch with us with some karmic connections also?
Absolutely, no doubt. And it is not only about children. Anybody who comes in your life, like Abhi Sharda was saying about her maid, it's karmic connection, 100%. Yes, Tanu, I can see that. I think then your daughter has become big enough where she's get already got into herself acquainted to narcissism. And this is the only thing now she understands. This is a known path for her. She only understands now relationship where she thinks narcissism is normal. So, yes, that's a sad story. Very, very sad story. थोड़ा लेट तो हो गए हो आप. But stand on your grounds. उसके कहने से अगर तुम वापस चली गई तो point is from one narcissism to another narcissism you're succumb. Take your life in your hand. Move out. Take your life in your hand. She will come to you one day. At least if she wants to come out of narcissism, she should have a place to go to. If she thinks faster father is stronger financially, she wants to stay here, tell her, okay, go ahead. But you move out. So that tomorrow when she wants to come out, she should have some place. Now, if she wants to come out, she will have no place to go to. So make her sit down, tell her, talk to her and tell her whenever you want to come, my houses will be open for you without telling you I told you so. Children, once they make a mistake, then they love to stay with that mistake because they have a fear that the parents will say, see, I told you, and they don't want to hear it. So don't say that. Just say, whenever you need me, I will be there. That's it. Don't tell her you'll fall down, you'll do this, you'll do that. No. But tell her you're big enough. If she can force you and her critical filter, I don't know how old she is, but if your critical filter understands finances and no finances, I'm sure she's big enough to know what she's doing and take a call for it. And you should let her do it. Please allow her to do it. Otherwise, this will become so known to her that tomorrow she'll marry another man who will be a narcissist. तो उसमें से कभी नहीं निकल पाएगी, वो फंस जाएगी, निकल आने दो. ठीक है? Any other question?
Yeah, we have another one.
Yeah, so if she's 14, Tanu, then I think it's time. I think she will do it. Any other question?
Yeah, Meenal is responding to what you're saying, I think. What about doing so with my 4.5-year-old Wanted to do this since past 1 year. I was suppressed so much by societal and parental conditioning and pressure that it's started harming me.
Allowing the social and parental pressure on you is a choice you're making. But in your case, I do not know what is the issue with your husband, whether he's a narcissist or it is only a social and non-understanding, relationship non-understanding. They have complained with you, you have complained with them. I cannot say that. So this is not a generic thing I'm talking. This I'm only talking about narcissism, only about narcissism. It is becoming a very loose words these days. Everybody has just started saying the other person if he's not doing what I want, or if we are being suppressed, or the things are not happening my way. So this is a narcissism. No, it is not like that. So first, it has to be announced, diagnosed with the symptoms and everything that they are narcissist. Okay, because everybody has little narcissism in them. Even we have it. Even I have it. I have it for my children, for them. Maybe that's how they see. We all have it. We have to survive. Narcissism is an important thing to survive. But the point is that is it affecting somebody else's survival? That's where we have to stop and understand. Then it becomes a disorder. हम करते हैं ना, we sometimes do it with our domestic health. जो हमसे कमजोर है हम उसको दबाते हैं. But जो कमजोर है उसको suppress करना does not mean that they are all narcissists. Yes, if you're staying with a very strong narcissistic personality, you tend to, because of your defenses and survival, you tend to start behaving like a narcissist also. But if it is like that, then you have to come out. You need therapies and healings. Even as I said, narcissist survivals, kabhi kabhi, even after leaving the narcissist, they take 10 to 12 years of therapies to come out of it so that the children are not affected. It's a long process. It's a very long process. So I never suggest anybody come have 3, 4 therapies with me and the narcissism will go away from your life. No, it will not. Iski healing is very, very deep because it goes very much inside you. It's like acid. So yes, we cannot say everybody is a narcissist, but yes, we all have a narcissism in us. As long as दूसरे को तकलीफ नहीं दे रहे हैं. And we are not interfering with their free will. As I always say, it's the most karmic thing is when you enter into somebody else's free will. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right, Kavita?
you were completing that question, adopted children or karmic wala.
Absolutely. I was just saying that not only adopted children are very karmic, anybody who comes in your life is a very, very karmic story. Very, very. Even I said to Sharda, if she has a maid who is helping her and working with her all the time and supporting her, it's karmic. She has to do it. That is the only reason why somebody comes to work for you, stays with you for bloody 10 years, another one will come and go in 10 days. It's karmic. It's absolutely karmic. So, adopted children or non adopted? Adopted children are mostly with the time karma. Sometime in your life, you have rejected them, or they have rejected you, or something has happened. So, the relationship in that life is incomplete. Then you invite them as adopted children in your next life as a time karma. 10 saal I wasted, 10 saal के बाद you come to me. So 10 साल के बाद you will adopt a child. Things like that. Yeah. Like I always say, like for we all know about Krishna and Ram, that Krishna was a child to Yashoda, and Yashoda never gave him the birth. But he lived with her for 14 years. But only 14 years. And after 14 years, he left, he went back to Mathura, never went back to Gopal. Why? Because that 14 years he had to complete when he had taken avatar as Rama and mother was Kaushalya and he had to leave the mother without any reason and go to Vanvas for 14 years. 14 saal he was completing here. So yes, adoptions are very common. They are generally time karma.
So, one last question we have. Astrology is said to predict certain life events, but does karma change what has already been predicted, or is karma also defined by our astrological charts?
So basically, what is karma? Karma is an energy that we have when it goes out of our life, whether it is whichever way it goes out, it has to come back to us to complete us. That's it, simple. That's karma. Now, if when we give out good energy, so naturally good energy will come to complete me. When I don't give very good energy, I mean, judging different people, for different people, it is different thing is good and bad. We can't say somebody may feel it is very good. I may say, no, it is not good. I'm not talking about it. But generally, any pain energy that I give to somebody which gives that person pain, it will come back to me to complete me so that I can also get experience that pain. That's all. Karma is and it is completed, that energy is completed through emotions. If I made you helpless today in life, sometimes somebody else will come in my life and make me helpless. Simple, I get my emotion back. I'm complete now. So when you say karma, question kya tha Kavita?
Astrology ka chart.
Astrology.
Yeah.
Astrology can tell you events. It will happen, maybe. But basically, it is trying to teach you is this is the emotion you are going to experience. Now, what emotion you will experience is your choice. It's absolutely your choice. That is where the astrology difference in astrology and self awareness comes. That is how self awareness can change the either events or the intensity of the emotions. It can change.
So the
क्योंकि self
question,
awareness है, perception is changed, emotion can be lesser. So, for example, which I give also many times, is that I am a butcher and I cut animal and I see his helplessness every day. So I'm in any case experiencing helplessness. It doesn't mean that somebody has to come and butcher me and make me helpless. ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. Okay, so point is I have to experience helplessness through me or through somebody else. Okay, this is what you should understand, and therefore, if you understand that, then you can change your perception. So, for example, I remember. Uh, mm, so, supposing I'll give you an example. I'm going through a marriage where I have an alcoholic husband. So I'm experiencing alcohol every day and I'm feeling everything. I'm feeling helpless. I'm feeling pain. I can see it affecting my children. Everything is there. This is an energy I'm experiencing. I'm supposed to. And then one day with self awareness, I sit down. I say, God, I know where it is coming from. I know why I have to experience it. Maybe I have done it with some people sometime and I apologize for it. Apology is the best insurance. I understand I have to experience it, but now I don't want to experience it with personal pain. But I have understood what was my contribution. I healed it therapeutically, karmically. And then what will happen? I will still experience alcohol and the pain, but not through me. Maybe like I became a therapist and I started only attracting cases where men would come to me for de addiction of alcohol. I'm still doing it. Karma, I'm closing. But now, not with the pain, but with the contribution. Okay, so that is how why we say mindfulness, self awareness, healing, therapies. This is what it is. We don't change the memories, we change the emotions. And to change emotions, we change perceptions. That's what it is. happening all over the world and is needed now. So all this wow is for what? Changing your perceptions. मैं कोई therapy तो कर नहीं रही हूँ. I'm not healing you from here. है ना?
But this question, is karma also defined by our astrological charts? उसका क्या हम करें?
Yeah. Astrological charts do not decide your karma. Your karmas decide astrological chart. It is a choice you make. भाई आपका एक्सीडेंट हो गया, सपोजिंग इट इज इन द एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल इवेंट में है, आप इस समय घर से बाहर निकलोगे, एक्सीडेंट हो जाएगा, स्कूटर वाला मार के चला, दिस इज द स्टोरी, हो गया, एस्ट्रोलॉजिकल इवेंट हो गया. Now it is your choice whether you make it a karma or not. And if you look at that man and you see and you realize that it was not his fault, maybe somebody else crossed him and by chance he came on you, and then you look at him and you say this is not the right thing, you scold him, and then he apologizes and you forgive him and you move on. Karma closed. No karma is created. But if you get up and even if he's apologizing, you keep on hitting him, 100% karma is created. You have made it. Somebody else will come and hit you the next day or next life, wherever.
Got it.
So it is your choice. You let it become a karma or not. You put your emotions, it will become karma. You understand it. Let go of the emotion. Karma gone. Close.
Cool. So the next one is, what does it mean if lesson of spiritual awakening and institution is opposite in direction?
Now this is very
Tricky है
confusing.
थोड़ा.
Yeah, tricky है. फिर से समझाओ क्योंकि मैं समझी नहीं.
मीनल?
ये किसका आंसर है? क्वेश्चन है.
मीनल का.
हाँ मीनल, क्या कहना चाहती हो?
Like one thing is in one direction and the other intuition is in the opposite direction. So
What is in one direction, beta?
like a karmic pattern is repeating. It is asking, it is giving us a lesson to take a particular decision, but your
Okay.
intuition is going against it.
Oh, you mean to say when your intuition is in another direction and your intellect is in another direction? All right. See, it's always better to listen to your intuition, but if there is a split, then it means your wisdom has not come yet. And now, if you will deviate to the other side and you don't have a wisdom, it is half work done, it will bring pattern will come back. Somebody else will bring that pattern. So maybe like,
Yes.
for example, your husband will change, you leave your husband, you go away. But you have not learned your lesson, you haven't got the wisdom. Then your child will, when he grows up, he'll start behaving the same way with you. And then the pattern continues. Even if then you don't learn your lesson, you don't have the wisdom and you move and you let the child go away, child's child will do it for you.
Right.
Somebody will teach
I
you.
I understood that it is going to repeat. But in whatever direction I take, there has to be some amount of regret of not choosing the other thing.
No, your question, your point is not clear to me, Minal. Can you repeat it yourself? The question what you have written.
If a pattern has come to teach us a lesson and I want to go with it, but my intuition is prohibiting from taking that decision. I know that it is going to be repeated because I am not following that lesson. What to
Then
do
learn the
in
lesson.
such cases?
Then
But
learn the lesson.
my intuition is saying that if you are going to learn the lesson, then also it is going to harm you.
Yeah, I understand that part. I understand. Learn the lesson first. Because intuition knows that it will harm you, but without going back to that place, you still can finish your wisdom through your therapies and your awareness and knowledge. You don't have to experience it. Okay? So if intuition says, so for example, there is a man who beats his wife. Now the wife knows if he's beating me up, mera bhi koi karma hoga, koi reason hoga that he's doing it. But she knows if I go back to my husband, he'll beat me up again. Then, in that case, don't go back. Listen to your intuition, but finish your complete karma with that person. Understand why he's beating, what is your contribution, why you attracted a man like this, what is it that karmically you have come to learn. Finish that. So listen to your intuition, but work on your wisdom. Okay? Yeah. So Kavita, I think we'll call it a last question now because it's already
I
9:30.
think we are done with the questions. I just have a quick announcement.
Yeah.
Having Soul Group Constellations therapies again in person in Noida on the 19th. So if anyone would be interested in joining us, uh, please get in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being in this energy level, in this space of mind. Thank you so much. See you all. Bye bye.
Bye.
Next time, wow, please bring more questions.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing all your
No,
experience.
but you know what? When you people ask me questions and I answer you, that's where I learn. So thank you.